Still Crazy After All These Beers is brought to you by our friends at Michelob, crafting a better beer. And Porta Pong, the world's #1 best-selling inflatable beer pong table at portapong.com.
Hi, this is Tara.
And I'm Nicole.
We're from Intercourse Brewing Company.
And you're watching Still Crazy After All These Beers.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of Still Crazy After All These Beers. A thorn between two roses, right here. Gary with Nicole from Intercourse Brewing.
Hi.
And Tara from Intercourse Brewing.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. We're having a ball today. Intercourse Brewing. Nicole, now you're the founder, is that be correct? Call you the founder of the company?
Founder, yes, and an owner. That sums it up.
How did the company come about, first of all?
Well, Intercourse, Pennsylvania is an actual town in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's a town?
It's a town.
Oh, okay.
A real place. And, well, it's in Lancaster County, enough said. And it's a beautiful area. We would go there a lot. Dutch Wonderland is close by as a kid.
So do the kids like the beer?
The kids love the beer. The kids love the beer. They only sell Intercourse, and no, kidding. But you know, we thought it'd be I like beer. Wanted to look for a name, interesting name. Intercourse, it promotes the area. A lot of people don't even know it exists. Mm-hmm. All of our names, Bearville, Blue Ball, Paradise, Mount Joy, they're all actual towns around Intercourse in Lancaster County. So that's pretty much where it started. But a place I'm familiar with, and it's beautiful, and we'll see where it goes.
So it's really in the heart of Amish country.
Yes, it is.
So did the Amish ever, you know, talk about Intercourse beer or beer in general? I wonder.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that opportunity to interview them all in masses. But there are actually a few, and when we went, we had an event in Lancaster. And we saw a few out and about. I was going to buy them a beer, but then I didn't want to step on any toes. So
I would imagine that's why sometimes when I'm in that area, I notice the plows tend to get a little zigzag there.
Yeah, and that's why I think they're drinking behind the carriage. So,
So Tara, what do you do with the company?
I am a director of marketing and promotions for.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I pretty much help Nicole get the name out there, introduce it to bars and any vendors around that would be interested in taking on the beer. Any promotional events that we do, such as when we did the Porter, it was just in Maxim magazine, so we want to really expose that, get it out there, and have everyone try it.
The Maxim magazine, that was a big promotion for you guys. That came down in January or February. Okay.
Yeah, February's issue.
Very cool. Very cool. Now I know you've been involved with beer for a while. I mean, you've been a server at a restaurant, right?
A bartender for a really long time. So you know, Nicole told me about it, and I was really excited that she was young and really interested in starting her own company, and we both love beer, so I said why not, and jumped on board.
It's such a competitive market, Nicole. What is the toughest thing that you've encountered, or one of the toughest things you've encountered in getting your beer known, getting your beer out to the public?
I think it's hard for anyone to make headway. It's all about word of mouth, I think, has been the easiest so far. But easy, that's a stretch. It's just, you know, to have people, the best is to pour the beer, watch their reaction, have them give you an honest feedback. And then it's, you know, it took a while, but now it'll be 2 years soon. And, you know, it's that now we're starting to get the phone calls, emails, like, oh, I heard about you guys, or, you know, my husband just brought home a case, and, you know, I need to know where I can get more. Mm-hmm. So it's really about spreading the word and getting it more to the consumer, and then that way they can ask the distributor, they can ask the bars. But that's what it's been. I think that's what we've found. It's more so just talking to the people, to the consumers. Make sure you ask for it or that type of thing.
And of course, I imagine you got pretty good feedback from the magazine, the Maxim column that Tara was mentioning a couple minutes ago, right?
Yeah, so that was good. That was great.
That's good PR.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun story, and the events leading up and after. But
and of course, the name of the company probably helped a little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit, and the name of the beers, of course.
The name of the beers.
Yeah.
Now,
and the T-shirts.
And the T-shirts, right, would say, I love Intercourse, but underneath, very small, says beer. And, of course, that's what it's all about. It's about the beer.
You can wear it anywhere.
It is politically correct then, isn't it? Now, what am I drinking here? Who should I talk with on this?
Porter, actually. That's the Blue Ball Porter.
Blue Ball Porter.
Yeah.
So you made this with me in mind, obviously, right? Or no?
Of course, Gary. But that is the one that was in Max magazine. So, yeah, it's very different. It's a smoked blueberry porter. Nicole came up with the recipe. And
Let's move back over here again for a second. How did you develop that recipe?
Well, I knew we both had spoke about having a seasonal beer, something a little darker. Stout, we bottle beer. So stouts are a little bit harder to bottle than a porter, say. So I love smoky beers, and porters can be that. So we wanted to go down that route, and we knew the name was going to be Blue Ball Porter, just because, I mean, that was a given. And blue.
Take advantage of your assets wherever they may be, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And because it's the town. And so we actually use some blueberry in the recipe. So you can get a little bit, detect it, a little bit in the aroma, taste, but it didn't want to be overpowering.
It's a nicely made beer, I got to tell you that. And I'm getting a lot of positive buzz on it, too.
Yeah, good.
No, actually, I'm just getting a buzz off. And you guys have what? Now, what is this beer? Tara, let me ask you.
this is the Bearville Pilsner.
A Pilsner. Okay. All right, and tell me a little bit about that, how that came about.
Well, again, Nicole came up with this recipe. It's one.
So in other words, you don't have an answer, is what
You
you're
know what? It was a general thing. It's it's Pilsner. We've had it around for a while. It's one of the first few beers. It's a little bit older. We had it at the AC Beer Fest that we're at last year. Went really well along with our pale ale that we're having there. So we get a lot of positive feedback because it's not so different like the porter, and you don't have to. People that don't want to broaden their horizons, really, we have to hit them off.
And of course, you got to admit too, and where you guys are, and you're in Pennsylvania, obviously, you're distributing in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. You really got to come up with a pretty good Pilsner, and you're part of the world, right?
Yeah, it's there's some good competition, but the whole point is what we wanted it to be was good beer but affordable. It's been the point. It's part of our mission statement. Good, kind to the consumers' wallets. Everyone can afford it, but it's good, and we were trying to hold back on the extreme beer, I guess, which is very prominent in the beginning. So then this is where the porter came in. That's when we were like, all right, we need to make a move. We need to do something. This is a great time, seasonal. So that was us diving into a little uncharted territory, but something we knew we needed to do. So that was our attempt with the porter.
We are going to enjoy our Intercourse beer here today in Philadelphia. We thank you girls for coming on with us. Cheers to all you. And we'll see you next time on Still Crazy.